Hyper Offense Redux, a Gen 6 team updated for Gen 7 by Bandit. Pokemon Sun and Moon introduced some new changes to the 1v1 metagame, the largest of which are the addition of Z-moves and some new faces in the meta, such as Celesteela, Pheromosa, and the Tapus. Luckily, with a couple of moveset adjustments, the team is still viable and ready to take on the entirety of the meta. In Gen 6, Victini's weaknesses came once V-Create was survived, since it lowers both defenses as well as the speed stat. And Victini also suffered from move slot locking, with Band and Scarf as its most common sets, although it was able to take advantage of Trick to break through some walls. In Gen 7, Victini no longer has to worry about stat drops, because it can drop a 200 base power nuke with Z V-Create, Inferno Overdrive, and finish anything remaining with the regular V-Create or any other move like Quick Attack, since it's not choice locked. So this is the Victini that I'm using. Firium-Z, because Charcoal still has 19% usage for some reason. Guys, please stop using Charcoal. This Victini set outspeeds things that EV to outspeed Gyarados. It ends up at 263 speed. And the HP and defense let you survive a Jolly Mimikyu Never-Ending Nightmare. The moveset is relatively self-explanatory. You've got V-Create and Zen Headbutt as your two stabs. You've got Bolt Strike as your strongest neutral coverage. And you've got options with Quick Attack to hit first, or Glaciate to slow down your opponent and hit them first the next turn. Mega Lopunny is probably the least changed member of the team, but I am going to talk about it anyway. Mega Lopunny only needs to use Giga Impact and Ice Punch combo if the team already lacks ice coverage. Since I've got Greninja carrying Ice Beam, Lopunny is free to use the safer and more powerful Substitute Flail set. Just for a quick base power comparison, Last Resort does 140 base power, Giga Impact is 150 base power with a recharge attached, and then Flail is 200 base power provided that you're at very low HP, which you can reach with Substitute. This is the Sub-Flail Lopunny. It is the fastest possible, reaching 405 speed. It's got maximum attack investment and 200 base power Flail, and it doesn't really need any other coverage past normal fighting, because normal fighting with the Scrappy ability hits pretty much everything for neutral coverage, because normal is only resisted by rock and steel, which fighting is super effective against, and Ghost would normally block both of them, but Scrappy prevents that. So yeah, really good neutral coverage on pretty much everything. This is a very, very good, probably the best Lopunny set right now. So in Generation 6, Greninja had to choose between Brute Offensive Force in Choice Specs, which locks you into a move and causes you to recharge if using Hydro Cannon, and the Freedom of Move Choice from Life Orb, which lets you use like Shadow Sneak shenanigans and that kind of thing. So in Generation 7, Greninja can take advantage of Waterium-Z to use Hydro Vortex, which only has 25 less base power than Specs Hydro Cannon, doesn't lock Greninja into a move, and carries no recharge penalty. Here's the exact Waterium-Z Greninja set that I am using, with the justification that it outspeeds base 110's Jumpluff and Mega Metagross, KOs Jumpluff with Ice Beam. It survives Adamant Garchomp Outrage, so you actually beat Scarf Garchomp with this, again with Ice Beam. And lastly, you bait normal and fighting choice Pokemon like Porygon-Z with your Shadow Sneak, which will turn you into a Ghost type with priority, and then you can finish off with Z Hydro Cannon. Without any further ado, let's see this squad in action.